Hello, Sesha. Thank you for being with us. You're one of the nominees of the North America region. Congratulations. You're based in Boston. Can you please introduce yourself, giving us your name, your diploma, the year, and your area of expertise?
Yes, thank you very much. So my name is Sesha KADAKIA. I'm based in Boston, as you mentioned. I graduated from the Executive Master's Program in Innovation and Entrepreneurship in cohort number 6, which I believe finished in December 2021. And as far as area of expertise, so I started my career on Wall Street, and today I'm the co-founder and CEO of a startup company in the legal tech domain around intellectual property.
Can you share with us your journey as an entrepreneur and tell us about all what you do?
Yeah, sure. So it was definitely not at all a straight line, as are most entrepreneur journeys. So where I started is not really where I ended up. So where I started was, I started my career on Wall Street in New York City on a trading floor. That took me to an investment firm in New York, where I was one of the investment analysts. That then took me overseas to London, where I helped build out that investment practice for the European markets. And while I learned a lot, I enjoyed a lot of it. I had a great team around me. Around the time of COVID, I felt like there was something missing, right? There's some sort of a purpose behind why I was doing what I was doing. I mean, I seem to have, a great career, a great team, great salary, all those sorts of things. And for me, it felt like what I was really missing was the ability to generate value and to kind of be one of those people that we were spending so much time investing in. And so with that in mind, I didn't really know what I was doing, where I was going to go. And so that's where the HEC program really helped me out. And so as I entered the HEC program, actually the origin story of my startup, Tantify, came out of that, right? So we actually took a class called IP Law for Startups. It was a class that I enjoyed, but the beginning I found very, very difficult. And I heard similar feelings from many of my classmates that this was a challenging class. And as we dug deeper and deeper into the content, what I realized that a lot of it is challenging because of the legalese or the technical language that surrounds it, but not so much about the underlying rules, right? And so we really started with a very simple hypothesis. I didn't really have an intention to build a company out of this, but really the simple hypothesis was, if we simplify the IP process, can we increase interest in, patents and that sort of thing? And so, we built a very simple sort of a quiz, if you will, that said, you don't have to tell me anything about your idea, but all you have to tell me is just answer a couple of multiple choice questions about the thing that you built. And all we will do is say, okay, you seem to meet this criteria, you seem to meet this criteria. One of these arguments seem to, comply with this criteria or this criteria. And the results we had, we didn't post it in very many places, but the moment we posted it in a couple of Slack channels across startup communities, we had so much interest. And so that was the origin story of how we got started. And a lot of the conversations we were having from there was, hey, this is really cool. I've been struggling with this for a long time. I didn't know, what to do. Can you help me figure out the next steps? Right. And so that was essentially how the business started, was we were able to pre-sell that next step to series of entrepreneurs. Fast forward to where we are today. Fundamentally, what our product does is it helps engineers or innovators take all the knowledge that they have in their heads, take it out of their heads, put it on paper, and then organizes that paper, if you will, digital paper, physical paper, whatever you want to call it, into a format that is easily readable by patent attorneys, right? So the whole idea is, can we jumpstart this process? And in doing so, can we make IP much more accessible and very democratized? And so that's the origin story.
Okay, so very quickly, because we're almost at the end of the interview and I have many questions. So very quickly, what is the most important quality to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah, so the most important quality to be an entrepreneur is resilience and grit. You will be wrong and face rejection way more times than you expect. And so having the grit and having the resilience and having the belief in your vision is a critical quality.
Definitely. So you spoke about your motivations to start your journey as an entrepreneur, so we won't go back to that, but do you have any flaws you can talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am a perfectionist by nature. And the problem with that is that often I can get stuck in these cycles of analysis paralysis, Whereas in the startup world, there's a lot of things that are inherently unknowable. And so you're much better off taking action to learn as opposed to analyzing into oblivion. And so that was a very hard lesson I learned, along the way.
Thank you so much, Sesha, for sharing all this with us. And once again, congratulations for being a nominee.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the opportunity. And I'm very grateful to the HEC community for everything that it's already done for me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.